Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Texas Longhorns offense will have the football first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really can...
There he goes! Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football. And they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
He wants to change this route. Trying the left side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Manning. Quickly complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Right out trying to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Touch pass on the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punch him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Vanderbilt's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Oh, I remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the position switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. The Commodores will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback may change this route. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Trying to impose their will with the run. The Longhorns get enough for the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Red pass, it's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
The Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Under fire. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. A 1st down run in the red zone. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass. It's Manning. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
On those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Hoskins. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. And the Commodores with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Wants to throw, it's It's Pavia. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
The Commodores send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be brought down. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They'll give it to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. Second and 10, really hard. Third and 10, really hard.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes the offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Second down, he'll throw it. Blasted as he lets it go. Wide open downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Commodores.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Hold and fire complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break them.
It's a seam wide open. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school, and you can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it, and right now he's doing some damage on this defense. This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their televisions.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Touchdown, Longhorn! Fit it in the window for
score. And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Stowers. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Back to pass on second down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And they do a really good job, not as easy as it looks, to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Slings it downfield. Complete to the left. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Going to the ground. Got enough for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The give to the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Pavia. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Vandy. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Leaves it with the running back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Pick off! What a play by this defense! Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. but I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Commodores in a good spot here with second and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Wide open spaces. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Back to throw, it's Pavia. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20. Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trying him out there.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
And that tight end looking like a svelte wide receiver, laying out with all that athletic ability to still control your body, make the catch. Nice effort by the tight end.
Wants to throw on first down. The screen, he's got wheels. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
And the Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give on the inside. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And the Longhorns are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Rushes on him. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quick strike complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Man, so many more. We're going to say go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Pavia. Finds his man. It's Alexander. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in that space.
Had to get rid of it quickly. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the Commodores will send out the punt unit. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got it behind the line. It's Wingo. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. And the Longhorns need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Manning. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. Fourth down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big fourth down conversion.
And the Longhorns have this offense rolling. Gets the back moving. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. They're working that left side. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short. Down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win.
And the quarterback is knocked down back in the 13.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to pass. It's Pavia. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got it set up on the outside. Oh, a lot of space. There he goes. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And at this stage of the game in the 4th quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They go to the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. To the air, it's Manning. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking down the middle. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Commodores with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hoskins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun. Wants to pass. He's going for a big play downfield.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. We're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass, it's Manning. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
Man, this is where you really hang your hat on your defense. You got to lead late in the game. Offense just playing because they trust you. They can put you out there to get a stop. When you have a lead, get the ball back to the offense. We'll see if this defense can come up clutch.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Moore. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Grab near the marker. It's Moore. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Holds it in. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, after talking to him this week, I know this guy was excited to build off the momentum from last week when he scored 2 touchdowns. You could just see him here close to the end zone. He's trying to snip his way in. He's so good.
Touchdown, Texas! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and give me one more stop.
He makes this one. The lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Georgia Tech went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Yellow Jackets always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They give it to him again. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Back to throw, it's Pavia. Sets up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. to pass, and he's got to make a play. Caught over the middle. It's Hoskins. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third down, going up top. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his tight end. And he never had a chance to pick up the first down. Knocked out of bounds, and they'll give up the ball. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They'll try it over the left side. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the